AFTV, very disappointing today. Chelsea 3, Arsenal 2. You know what? I don't know if the result tells the full story because, you know, if you're neutral watching a game, a brilliant game. We had so many chances, even before we got those 2 goals back. Where did it go wrong?
Do you know, the first half we were poor. Defensively, we were poor.
Yeah.
But then in the other token, we had some of the best chances.
Yeah.
You know, we should have scored 4 goals because we had 4 clear-cut chances.
Clear-cut. We're talking about absolute clear-cut chances. Aubameyang, I think, you know, so many people missing chances.
But do you know what pleased me today? Is that when we were 2-0 down, we dug in and got back to 2-2.
Yeah.
And that was
a lot of spirit.
That was very pleasing because if that was under Wenger, we would have just rolled over and we would have got hammered 6 or 7-0. I'm positive about that. Cech was brilliant today. I went in on and roasted him last week, but today he was brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, he kept us in the game. In the second half, when we brought on Torreira, I thought, oh great. You know, he's bringing in to shore up the midfield because Xhaka was poor. You know, Xhaka was poor today. And then I thought when Torreira came on, I thought, great, we got someone who can just sit in there. But I felt in the second half we sat back too much because we were just soaking up their pressure time and time again, and we weren't really creating anything. I felt in the first half when we were creating stuff, we had that was when we were at our best. But in the second half, it was like we were playing for the point. And we were soaking up too much pressure. I feel that if we'd have gone on and pushed up more, we would have got. I felt for sure we could have won the game.
It's like we sort of run out of energy towards the end of the game.
They weren't great, Robbie. Defensively, they weren't great neither. But do you know what we saw today? We saw 2 different teams. We saw a team in Arsenal's that are not quite buying into Emery's philosophy just yet. And then we saw a team in Chelsea where they're just buying into what Sarri wants. You know, they're just buying into it straight away.
Who do you think will finish higher out of the 2?
Do you know what? I think it was always going to be a slow goer for Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think we were going to always grow. You know, we were going to always grow into it as the season goes on, and I do believe that we will grow into it as the season goes on. But do you remember when Conte took over Chelsea and we beat them 3-1 at the Emirates?
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me of that result today, and I kind of think Arsenal are going to do something similar. You know, because they had a poor start when Conte took over.
Yep.
They had a poor start.
They won the league.
Yeah, and I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we're going to go and win the league. Of course I'm not, because I believe that we're a couple of players short. But I don't think we can be too disheartened today. I think it's still a work in progress, and I've seen lots of positives today. I seen lots of. I see the spirit. You know, the spirit was there. You know, the fact that we were resilient to get back to 2-2. I just felt that we kind of, after that, we went into our shell a little bit and we sort of thought, well, let's try and hold what we've got. And I think that was the worst mistake we could have done. But I do think things will get better, and, you know, keep the faith, and I do think we'll come good this season.